Sarah had always dreamed of becoming an artist, but every time she picked up a pencil, doubt crept in. Her hands would freeze, and she'd stare at the blank page, imagining all the ways she could fail. What if no one liked her art? What if she wasn't good enough? One afternoon, Sarah visited a local art gallery, hoping for inspiration. As she wandered through the halls, her eyes caught a painting that seemed so simple, yet it stirred something deep inside her. It wasn't a grand masterpiece, but it spoke to her. She leaned closer to read the artist's note. Every great piece of art begins with a single line. That night, Sarah sat at her desk, staring at another blank page. Instead of trying to create something perfect, she decided to start small, just a sketch, one tiny drawing. It didn't matter if it wasn't amazing. It was a step. With that, she drew a simple leaf. It wasn't perfect, but it was hers. The next day, she drew again, this time, a flower. Each day after, she added another sketch. Sometimes it was a bird, sometimes just a shape or pattern. Little by little, the pages of her sketchbook filled up. Her lines became smoother, her ideas clearer. The fear that had once stopped her began to fade. Months went by, and one day, Sarah decided to show her work to a local art teacher. Nervously, she handed over her sketchbook, expecting criticism. But instead, the teacher smiled and said, "You have a unique style. Sarah, have you thought about showcasing your work?" The idea seemed impossible, but the teacher encouraged her to submit a few pieces to the town's annual art show. After much hesitation, Sarah agreed. The night of the show, Sarah stood at the back of the crowded gallery, her heart pounding. Her sketches hung on the wall alongside other artists' works. She watched as people paused in front of her pieces, nodding and talking quietly. One woman even leaned in to take a closer look at Sarah's sketch of a small bird, her eyes lighting up with admiration. By the end of the night, 2 of Sarah's pieces had been sold. She couldn't believe it. The girl who had once been too afraid to draw was now an artist with her work in a gallery. As she left the show, she thought back to that first sketch of a simple leaf. It had been the start of something bigger, something she never thought possible. All it took was one small step. The moral of the story is that every small step brings you closer to your dreams. Subscribe, like and comment to support this channel. Thank you.